Hey, what's up, guys? Your boy Honest Blade back with another video. So, anyways, I'm going to talk about this season of The Real Housewives of Potomac, season 9. Excuse me. And I also want to speak about Karen Huger entering rehab and, not attending the reunion. First and foremost, before I get started, I do want to say this much. This is all just my opinions. And if I do sound harsh on some things, it's not my intention, just my delivery is like that sometimes. Excuse me. Oh my God. You think I'm burping like this, or all I had was a big jug of water. Anyways, that's not what you're here for. Um, but certain things I'll be saying, especially about the DUI and Karen not attending the reunion. While I do like Karen Huger, and this is not from a place of malice, I do stand 10 toes down what I'm about to say. So, anyways, for those who've been following Potomac, this season started off really well. Like, it was a good start off season. But I'll say after like episode 5 and dealing with Wendy's birthday, which felt like it was forever, the season started to really feel shitty. Like, this is a very boring season. Like, not how can I say, like, this season of Potomac isn't hot garbage, but it's a very boring season. And not in the and it could have been a much better season if two things took place. They dialed down Mia's love and hip hop ass storyline, and then Karen Huger actually took accountability for her DUI case. So basically, the girls are here. Robin's gone at the season 8. Candace decided to leave because she was going to have her precious baby and then want to deal with the drama, which Candace is needed back. But I was talking about Candace and Monique towards the end of this discussion. So this season starts. Basically, Karen Hugh got arrested for DUI. But when Karen kept pushing it, because we didn't have all the evidence of how bad it was, Karen pushed it. It was just a simple misunderstanding. She was grieving her parents. I understand. I get grieving because early this, well, I would say around 3 o'clock in the morning, at a hard time going to sleep. I didn't like go, "Ah!" But I did cry a little bit because I was thinking about Ethan and I was missing my nephew. So honestly, grieving comes in all shapes and sizes. There's no time limit when to grieve. You just gotta learn how to live despite losing someone you love. But it's no like, oh, it's been 5 years now. Will you still crying over that person? What the fuck? You can grieve somebody to the day you're no longer here. You just gotta be able to manage it as time goes on. I don't care how much you miss your parents. That is no excuse to get sloppy fucking drunk and then get behind the wheel of the car and to, have a crazy ass accident. I'm just glad that Karen Huger did not take someone else's life due to her reckless behavior and didn't take her own life unintentionally due to her reckless behavior. But my thing was this for Karen's DUI situation. Karen took no accountability. She kept deflecting. And when someone brought it up, regardless they brought it up from a genuine place or to be messy, Karen, the way Karen acted about the DUI, it's like it was the alcohol's fault for getting her drunk. She didn't like. It's not like she took the alcohol. It's like the alcohol got into her. It reminds me of that little joke from Lilo and Stitch, the movie. When Lilo said, "I don't get into trouble. Trouble gets into me." My whole thing, Karen, you're a grown ass woman, and this is not your first offense getting in trouble for DUI. You would think after the first time you had this incident, this is guess before your Potomac time, that you will make sure this never happened again. Because one of my biggest pet peeves, I would say almost my biggest, to say something to make me dislike a person, I despise drunk drivers because I feel like it's so irresponsible knowing that you're not in the right frame of mind to get behind the wheel of a car. You call a taxi, you call a friend, you do something, Uber, Lyft, whatever, but you yourself do not drive. That is just reckless. And I'm not saying, oh, well, I'm intoxicated, no one's thinking. You don't get that fucking drunk to the point you can't think to take a car home. That you yourself do not drive, but someone else drives you. And basically, with Karen, she just took zero accountability for her DUI incident. And the way she was so cocky about it. So when she kept even trying to fight it in court. First of all, girl, you got into an accident. You knew the only person at fault was you. Why are you trying to go fight the court as if you're innocent? Like this is some big misunderstanding. No, girl, just take the fact you screwed up and face the music and take a plea deal. This is this girl trying to get a repeal, trying to go to court for to try to get the case dropped, just for her to get embarrassed when the footage of her accident is all over the internet. And baby, when I saw that, because at one point I was on camera, sound like I don't think it's as bad as you know some people are making it out to be. I think people are trying to blow out of proportion. Was it a DUI is a DUI, a car accident is a car accident? But the way Karen was talking about it, you thought okay, it was a little fender bender, whatever. Shit happens. But when the day of when they show the footage of Karen's DUI, like I said, I love my mom. I would never trade my mom for nothing in the world. But I was so glad Karen Huger was not my mother, because the amount of how embarrassed I would have been that was my mom, I would be in fucking tears. Karen was so sloppy drunk, talking cash money, and my spirit was irked when she was in the detention room with the officer, and she said, "I am Thomas Jefferson's concubine." I'm like, Karen, no, Karen, no. And did that along with you are poor and white. I'm like, Karen, no. Like, Karen, if you had any inkling that this is how you acted on that night, why are you trying to play in those court people's faces to try to fight this? I would took a plea deal and did a little bit rehab, did a little community service, but I damn sure would act like I was a little Miss Innocent or act like the situation was blown out of proportion. And when the footage of my accident is exposed to the world, I look like a complete sloppy drunk. And the thing is, what happens is Karen was talking all this good stuff during the filming of Real Housewives of Potomac. Now the footage come out, which is close to the reunion time. Only days before the reunion was about to record it, the girls do the reunion recording for record a reunion. Sorry for my speech. They do the reunion for season 9. Karen checks us up to rehab. It's like, Karen, you were not thinking about rehab during the filming of Potomac, post the accident. You only decided to go to rehab once you realized the footage of your situation was exposed to the world, and we got to see that you were lying to us about how bad the situation was. That's when you decided to check yourself to rehab, because you did not want to go to that reunion because you knew Giselle, Ashley, and most definitely Mia was going to light your ass on fire for all that shit you were talking throughout the season, just to prove that you really, really, really screwed up big time during that incident. And you didn't want to take your lashings. So to me, I'm glad you're gonna get the help you need. I'm glad you are in rehab, and this is not me saying, "Oh, you should never went to rehab." I'm actually happy you went to rehab, but you didn't go to rehab. Your sobriety was not your main reason you went to the rehab. That's secondary. The main reason you checked yourself to rehab was avoid those girls at the reunion. You did not want to have to face Mia, Ashley, and Giselle. That's the main reason you checked yourself to rehab. It wasn't because, you know what, guys, I have an alcohol problem. Let me go get the help I need to get better. I definitely believe that's a reason, but it was not the main reason. And to me, and I'm like I said, Robin Dixon ain't my favorite housewife. Robin actually irks my spirit. But Robin, along with Charisse, they've been calling you out in your shit for years. You had no issue calling out Robin with her little shit situation with her roommate slash husband. But now when it's time for you to own it to your crap, you won. Say what you want about Miss Robin Dixon. Robin never skipped a reunion. You can't force Juan to go to a reunion. He's not a housewife. But Robin, no matter how stupid she looked on that reunion stage, Robin ain't never skipped a reunion. She took her lashings like a grown-ass woman. Right or wrong or indifferent. Robin took her lashings. And she took them pretty much every reunion. But you, the one time the reunion not been favorable for you, you decide, oh no, I'm just gonna check myself into rehab. If you had went to rehab like after the season 9 had wrapped up, way before they had time to get the reunion, to record a reunion for all the cast members of season 9 of Potomac, that'd been different. But you went to rehab days before the reunion began. Like, you knew when the reunion was about to start getting recorded. So you're like, oh, I don't want to have to deal with those girls. I'm not about to have Mia, Giselle, and Ashley rip me a new one. So know what I'm going to do? I'm going to check myself into rehab so I can avoid accountability. That's why you went to rehab for. You didn't go to rehab because you know what, my alcohol problems out of control. I need to go seek professional help. You went to rehab to dodge Mia, Ashley, and Giselle. And to me, you took the coward out. Cause I would respect you more how you just took your lashings. Or hell, worst case, you went to a reunion, you went there guns blazing. Oh, these bitches gonna talk about me being a drunk. I'm gonna come at Giselle about her fucked up marriage with her ex-husband. I'm gonna come at me with her baby daddy situation. I'm gonna talk about Ashley, her lack of divorce from Michael. These come there with guns blazing. But you just want to avoid the shit altogether. And to me, you took the coward's way out. And even though you are a fantastic housewife, you were very entertaining on TV since season one of the Real Housewives of Potomac. I personally believe this little stint here is going to be the end of your RHOP one. I'm not hoping that, but considering how majority of the time when the housewives not attend a reunion and it's something that she could have had controlled, like a lot of people like to bring up Mary M. Cosby from Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. People forget Mary M. Cosby didn't show up to the reunion because she was dealing with racism. That's a real issue. That dumb, annoying bitch Jenny Nguyen was being a complete racist to Mary M. Cosby. And majority of Mary's castmates, minus Meredith, was kikiing and seeing Jeannie being a dick to Mary and said nothing or even just laughed at it. So when Mary attended the reunion for season 2 of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, that was justified. Because if I'm on a reality television show and I'm a gay man and majority of my castmates are being homophobic towards me, why would I want to go to a reunion and deal with those people? Fuck that. But if I'm on a reality TV show and I did some BS and I know my castmates are gonna rip me a new one, and I decided not to go to a reunion, I didn't go to a reunion because I was afraid or I felt like I was gonna deal with a bunch of bigots. I didn't go to a reunion because I didn't want to be held accountable for my actions. I didn't want to. I couldn't stand the heat. And Karen, you didn't dodge a reunion because the girls were going to say lies about you. You dodged a reunion because you didn't have to face the girls knowing what they know about your DUI situation. And I honestly think because the reason you dodged a reunion because you didn't want to be held accountable, that's pretty much not 100% guaranteed because miracles do happen. But I definitely believe this is your final season of Potomac. And like I said, I'm happy to be wrong. But I believe this will be your final season. I don't think Andy or NBC is going to call you back for season 10. Remember that gets started. But that's all I want to speak about Karen's DUI. Now I want to speak about the rest of the ladies. Now, like as I mentioned earlier, this season of RHOP, it's not finished yet, but I think it's during the halfway point. While it started off strong, it fizzled out real fast. But I want to say this right now. Stacy is my favorite addition to the season. Stacy, I don't know if anyone worth a damn watches this. I appreciate all my supporters. I don't care you got 1 subscriber. I don't care you got 10,000. I don't care you got 1,000,000. I don't care. You watch me. You watch any of my content. I fuck with you heavy. Thank you. But not for nothing. Please make sure to bring back Stacy next season of Real Housewives of Potomac. Outside of the TJ stuff, I absolutely love Stacy. Her personality is so unique compared to the other ladies. She's drop dead gorgeous. Stacy, her we know quirky ways. I just really vibe with Stacy. I like Stacy, so please, 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 I'm begging, bring back Stacy next season of the Real Housewives of Potomac. K. Erna, K. I personally liked you. I liked you since season 8 when you came on the show as a friend of a Wendy. But K, I'm gonna have to keep her a buck. While me personally, Onyxe, I would give you one more go. But Kay, I wouldn't be surprised if this is your first and last season of being a housewife on the Real House of Potomac. I'm sorry, Mama. I do like you. Me personally, I like you, but you were very boring on the show. Boring. Like I don't know how you came housewife this season. You were better off as a friend of the show. It made zero sense that you became a housewife because what you have presented is not housewife material. It's very dry. Your situation with Eric, your boyfriend Eric, is so to me. I'm not that invested. And while, like I said, you're no punk. You speak your mind, but you feel like a friend of. You don't feel like one of the housewives to me. You feel like a friend of this season. And to me, it's just like based on what I've seen so far, what a lot of the viewers seen on the show as well of you, majorities agree that you being a housewife, you receiving a flute made no sense. Now, me, a person who likes you as a person, 'cause as a person, I likes you. I would love to meet you in real life if I ever come across you. But as a housewife, I don't think this is it. But of course, me, I do hope Bravo Andy does give you one more go. But if you are cut for next season or demoted to the front of, I wouldn't be shocked. Not at all. Jazzy. Jazzy, she's sort of good, but I see why Jazzy was made a friend of the show because her presence, when she was around, she made her presence known, but she kind of quickly came fizzled into the background. Ashley, her confessionals are on point this season, but outside of Ashley's confessionals, I don't know how the fuck she's still on the show. Ashley's time on RHOP has expired. I'm sorry. There is really no point in keeping Ashley. Ashley Darby needs to go. Like now, if she does return next season, I'm not gonna lose my shit. I do not hate Ashley, but Ashley gives nothing. And Ashley's a veteran housewife, so it's even more embarrassing at this point that she gives nothing. At least with Kay Erna, Stacy, Jazzy, there's like their first go. Ashley's been on the show since season 1. Ashley's storyline pretty much wrapped up at season 4. If I'm going to give some grace, season 5. Wendy, I adore Wendy. I love Wendy. I do. But Wendy's giving nothing as well. Wendy's someone, well, I personally don't mind Wendy. When Wendy comes on my TV screen, I do not mind. I enjoy Wendy's presence. I love looking at her handsome husband, Eddie, and her kids are gorgeous. But Wendy, if they cut Wendy for next season, I would completely understand. Wendy really has nothing really going on that's captivating enough to keep her season after season. Mia. Now, a lot of y'all gonna say something about this, but I'm gonna speak my mind. Mia's the only one with the storyline this season. Mia's the only one with the storyline this season. Mia's the only one with the storyline this season. The problem with Mia though, her storyline is ghetto as fuck. Between the baby daddy issues, her act like Gordon's mental issues is worse than what it actually is. Cause I feel like Mia's over exaggerating Gordon's issue. That's why I'm not taking the shit as serious. Cause I feel like Gordon's situation is this bad. His mental situation is this bad. Mia makes it sound like it's actually. Let me get my roach spray. Mia makes it sound like it's that bad. Girl, you're doing too fucking much. And also, Mia's known to lie a lot. So when Mia says something, it's hard to take her serious because you don't know if Mia's telling you the honest truth or Mia's exaggerating the shit. And another thing that Mia did was very stupid. Allegedly. I'm going to say the word alleged because I don't want to get in trouble. Why the fuck were you called executive producers children whores? You know that was like the dumbest thing to call Giselle Bryant's daughters whores allegedly. First of all, girls sneaking boys in their house when their parents are not around, that's common. Girls do that all the time. My brothers used to sneak girls in the house when my mom went to work. So when girls sneak in a boy's house, that's common. That's what your young kids do. Kids are going to be kids. Doesn't make them bad, doesn't make them imperfect, and definitely doesn't make them whores. So for you to call Giselle's daughters allegedly whores, that was very stupid considering Giselle's position on the show. That was very stupid. Now, because of that little stunt right there, Mia, you're going to have a target on your back from Miss Giselle Bryant until you either exit the show or somehow, some way, get back in Giselle's good graces. But how the fuck you going to do that to call her daughter whores allegedly? I do not know. It's one thing to come at Giselle. When y'all come at Giselle, you know Giselle's been enjoyable this season. Shocking without her freaking minion sidekick Robin. Giselle's been enjoyable this season. I'm used to Giselle not having a storyline, so that's nothing new there. That's nothing new there. But Giselle's been enjoyable this season. But you calling Giselle's daughter allegedly whores because they snuck boys in their house, and that was a conversation Giselle had with you privately? That's crazy, Mia. That's crazy. And I'm not telling you not to be. I'm not telling y'all need to be scared of Giselle. It's one thing y'all could curse Giselle out. Y'all could call Giselle past the holy whore. That's fine. The last lady, whatever the names you want to call Giselle. But don't talk shit about her daughters. The kids are off limits. That goes for all y'all kids. The kids are off limits. You ladies can curse out each other, but keep the kids out of it. Seriously, keep the kids out of it. So allegedly, you calling Giselle's daughters those things, that was a big no-no. You're not going to have a target on your back for Miss Giselle Bryant. And Giselle and Andy are like this. So that was not a wise move. So I think between now and season 10, you need to really smooth things out with Giselle, at least in that regard. You really do. But outside that, Mia is the only one who gave. So a lot of people are like, I want Mia off the show. Mia's doing too much. No, I personally think Mia stays, but that ghetto shit gotta go. I need Mia to tone it down. And another thing I need Mia to do, stop bringing Jacqueline around. Stop bringing Jacqueline around. I can't. Every now and then, fine. But I'm getting too much. It's too much Jacqueline. Jacqueline is very annoying. I can't. I really can't. I do not hate Jacqueline, but Jacqueline is very annoying. Please. Jacqueline is basically your fucking echo chamber. If Mia's like, if Mia's the best, Mia's great, Mia's that, I can't do that. I can't. So, I ain't for Mia coming back next season. Me. But with Jacqueline, she come back next season. But she needs to be on, if let's say there's 20 episodes, she could appear on every 5 episodes. She can make an appearance, a quick appearance, and then go. I cannot have Jacqueline taking too much screen time. No. And that's that. Now, finally, last thing. This was not a great season of Potomac. The viewers are not feeling it. I'm not feeling it, so I kind of checked out. I might look at it tomorrow. Can't say for sure. But regardless, I need Andy and Bravo to get Candace and Monique back. Potomac's, yes, keep looking for other young, talented women who want to be on the show as well, who can, mesh well with the other ladies there. But somehow, some way, they got to get Candace and Monique back. Now, I know Candace and Monique's situation from season 5. I know. I don't expect Monique and Candace to be friends. But they need to be cordial. At this point, they need Monique and Candace to have a sit-down one-on-one by themselves. No one else involved. Just Monique and Candace. Talk about the situation that happened in season 5. Agree to disagree on some things. And move forward. I don't need to mean besties. But I feel for Potomac to have a shot in the dark, especially with the chance of Karen not returning, Monique and Candace are needed. Now, Candace, I can see Candace coming back now that she had her beautiful baby already. And, she's hopefully her postpartum isn't bothering her too much. I can see Candace come back, especially now the playing field's a lot different. Giselle's more calm, not as messy. And, I feel like they can move forward. Monique's the one's going to be the tough one to bring back. Because Monique has been pretty adamant, but not come back to RHOP. But as a fan of Monique, I feel she has more to give. But there's got to be a way where, I'm not telling you, I don't want Andy and Bravo, Andy and NBC kissing Monique's ass, but try to portray Monique in the most honest way as possible as well. And don't leave out certain details. That's all I can say. But I definitely think Candace and Monique are needed. Now, Candace, to me, I can see Candace come out next season. I'm pretty confident. Not 100%, but confident Candace will come out next season. Monique's the hard sell. Because they'll have to somehow... Because even if Monique and Candace get back on common ground, I feel Monique does not want to be around Giselle. I feel that's going to be the real obstacle, getting Monique to film with Giselle. If they somehow get Monique to agree being around Giselle, the rest is easy. But that's like the main issue right there, I think. I honestly think Candace and Monique could be like, you know what, girl? We don't fool with you. You don't fool with me. But let's do what we got to do to keep the show rolling. And if, when we get unsatisfied, we don't want to do the show no more, we'll just leave. It's really going to be Monique and Giselle coexisting is going to be the real issue. But honestly, I do hope Kayona gets one more shot. Definitely want Stacey to return. And I wish Karen the best of luck, and we have. But yeah, I do not see Karen Huger coming back, personally speaking. And that's just my thoughts on Potomac. Please leave your thoughts as well. Leave a like, share. Much appreciated. Hopefully subscribe as well. But that's all I want to say. Peace. Take care. Honest Black out. Ciao. I want to take my shirt off because my armpits are sweaty. Bye.